We are in Nazism.
I read the chapter.
Yes, I told you last week to read.
Yes.
So it will be very easy and fun to learn. Okay. How much we have learned?
We need to start with the Nazi worldwide.
Page number
72. The Nazi world history.
World view.
Yeah.
So before that historic blunder of Hitler we have studied or not?
no.
Have
Two things are
done.
okay. Just we entered into Second World War. Okay. When Second World War started?
9.
The whiteboard is so dirty today.
Beautiful, no?
Piece of art.
What is that lesson? Nazism and the lesson. Okay, we have learned Hitler came to power, did so many things. What was that? First, when he got the power, fire decree.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then second, enabling act.
Yes.
Okay. After that, he started a spree of conquest. Means Sudetan land was conquered, Rhine land was reoccupied, remilitarized. All these things he had
And then
done.
later the Tea Party pact he made with two other countries, Italy and
That is
India and
what.
Japan.
See, he joined with
The Axis.
Axis powers was formed by joining with Italy. Italy was having a system called fascism. Remember?
Yeah.
Fascism. Okay.
Discussed.
Mussolini started fascism. Hitler and Mussolini are brothers, we can say.
Best
Because
friends.
they are having similar ideas. But what are the ideas? They want to conquer
World domination.
Aggressive they are. Okay. The word fascism means bundle of sticks. ये जो है bundle of sticks shows unity. आपको break कर सकते हैं क्या?
नहीं.
So that is what he started. Mussolini started fascism. Hitler started fascism. Then they decided to join together. So Axis powers, which are there, Germany, Italy, and
Japan.
Japan. Together they formed Axis powers. Okay, you should remember easy way. Germany's capital Berlin.
Berlin, yeah.
Okay, Italy's capital
Rome.
Rome. And Japan's capital
So.
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
So Rome, Berlin, Tokyo, Axis. This way you remember.
Yeah.
Will you remember?
Yes.
So this group was formed. Now to counter them, another group was formed.
Allied powers.
Allied powers. Can you tell who were the members?
USA, UK,
England, France,
England.
and Russia only in the beginning. That was USSR.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was forced to, that is, USA was forced to join. Hello?
Just when I was checking the time.
Okay, keep it inside. So, Allied powers were formed by England, France, and
When did USA join them?
that is what I am going to tell you. It is a suspense. Okay. So, So these two were the groups. What are the groups? Axis powers and Allied powers. Germany was on a spree of conquest. Sudetenland conquered, Austria conquered, and many other countries it conquered. ये इंग्लैंड चुपचाप देखे रहा, कुछ नहीं बोला, करने दो. Why? It thought that a treaty of Versailles was so much harsh. तो जाने दो. So they followed a policy of appeasement. What was the policy to follow? Appeasement. Appeasement means conciliating a country at the cost of another. वे देखो सुडेटनलैंड कॉन्कर कर रहे हैं, जाने दो. सुडेटनलैंड ही कॉन्कर कर रहे हैं ना, जाने दो. अभी उसके बाद ऑस्ट्रिया कॉन्कर कर दिया, जाने दो ना, हमारे तरफ तो नहीं आ रहे. This way, conciliating one country at the cost of other. Conciliating Germany by that accepting the conquest of that. Clear? So it started conquering, and finally it conquered Poland. That Poland was a country like a neutral country. When Poland was attacked, Britain and France declared war on Germany. अभी देखो, मैं तो कॉन्कर करते रहता है, तो आप लोग देखे रहे. तो आपने सोचा अभी बाकी को दिखाने के लिए डिक्लेयर वार ऑन मी. But I did not mind.
Nothing was really
I conquered other places also. Then I reached up to France. Paris का 20 किलोमीटर तक पहुंच गया, तब जा गया. Understood? So they declared war on me, but I did not mind. I conquered many places and reached up to the. She is France, you are Britain. Okay, उसकी कैपिटल के पास तक गया, तब जा गया. Now they had to start. So it was a period from the war started in 1939 September. Okay, Second World War, 1st September, like that. So then till 1940 March, like that, there was no actual war. Declaration किया, आपने declare किया, but कुछ नहीं हुआ. So that period is called as phony war. What is it called? Why it is called phony war?
because it was just a dummy.
Hello, how are you? Okay, that way we declare war on you. Okay, over. But the other side war was going on. Got it? Now, this time, what is that? The conquest of that France was there, and the actual war started. So that period is called Battle of Blitzkrieg. This is what lightning war. जैसे lightning attack होता है, we don't know that how lightning is coming. Do you know?
No.
No, that is what a scientific theory. But when it will come, how it will come, where it is strike, do you know?
No, it is unpredictable.
The same way, in different directions, the war were taking place. Okay, so that is why it is called a blitzkrieg. I am coming to your question. So, different directions the war were taking place, and Japan was continuing her conquest in Far East. China conquered Singapore, Philippines, all these island countries were conquered. The China is not island country, the other island countries. Now it got so much confidence. अभी हम लोग पक्का लोग हैं, हमको कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. So there is a naval station of America at Hawaii, Hawaii Island. In that Hawaii Island, the place is known as Pearl Harbor. Okay, this is the most important naval station of America. And this Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. That was on 1941, December 7th. Pearl Harbor incident was 1941, December 7th. So America declared war on Japan on December 8th. So you got the answer for your question? Clear. So there was some reason for America interfering, not just for protecting its ships and all. It was having that weapons. That means it is carriers, war carriers. That ships Pearl Harbor में war carriers था. But Japan also done some blunders. ये तो डिस्ट्रॉय करने का तो पूरा तो नहीं किया, बाकी तो वो जो हार्बर वैसे ही वो डॉक है उधर रिपेयर करने का सब फैसिलिटीज ऐसे ही रखे डैमेज कर दिया. Within no time America could repair it. So that is, but America entered in the war. Got this one? Now our Hitler got so much confidence, and Hitler thought that ये तो USSR है ना, उसमें उसको कुछ आर्मी नहीं है, that
they underestimated the power.
Yes, USSR already prepared a good economic system and made even the people to be ready for war. That type of system has already developed. So Hitler thought that, okay, it will be a matter of 2 weeks' time. I will conquer full Russia. Russia means Soviet Union. Send its army.
Guys, you know, like they went to USSR, right? They were defeated and killed.
Initially, its armies or troops movement was very easy. कुछ कोई भी नहीं था उसको स्टॉप करने वाला, कॉन्कर करके करके गया आगे. When they reached the capital, 2 reasons were there. One is that Soviet Union was well prepared inside. Second thing was that the Soviet Union, we have studied about extreme cold.
Yeah. The soldiers of Germany were not prepared for that, whereas Soviet soldiers already knew about the conditions.
Because that you have seen winter was severe.
Yes.
Second lesson you have studied.
Remember.
Severe winter, minus 40 degrees. Germany was not having any idea about, or German soldiers were not having any idea about this much severe. So even the common people took weapons means sickle and whatever they get, they took. And made these forces to go. 90,000 commanders lost their life. And they pushed the German armies back there. Underestimated, no?
Yeah.
Means he thought that it is a matter of 2 weeks. But what happened? Germany was completely defeated and brought them back to Berlin. You go back to your So all the lands in between Czechoslovakia and all Sudetenland and all the countries were freed from the hands of Germany. Okay. I think USA's entry also we have seen.
Yeah.
Now, Nazi worldview. Are you getting? I'm just okay now that I'm not fast.
No.
Huh. What is the meaning of worldview? Worldview. See, here what you have to understand, the social strata means society. Society's hierarchy is there. Did you understand the word hierarchy?
We have studied
Ah.
this.
So hierarchy means that different levels. That in Hindu, this thing, Brahmins are on the top.
Yeah.
Below that, each sections are coming. So this way, Nazi is taught the people that we are the top.
We are the pure Aryan race.
Pure Aryan race. Are you getting?
Yes.
Listen. Okay. So Hitler taught the people that they are the pure Aryan race. But in reality, there is no difference between the Germans and Polish people or that region people. We cannot discriminate them from the others because same look they are having.
Yeah, the same genetic.
Yeah, same genetic. No, even that Jews were also like that. But what happened?
Hitler was dumb.
They came to be regarded as an anti-race, the arch enemies of Aryans. Who?
The Jews.
Have you heard about the Jews?
Yes.
Who were they?
They were Jews, the followers of the Jewish religion.
Judaism. See, actually, that I'm going to tell about that a little bit story of them. Okay, why there was a hatred? So Christianity and Judaism have some differences. What is that view? That Christianity considered Jesus Christ is the Savior.
Yeah.
Okay, he was sent by God on earth. Judaism or Jews believed that some person had to come because the Holy Bible says that it is for Jews also. Hindi. The Old Testament is the New Testament is the Old Testament part. There is a Messiah going to come. So people were eagerly waiting. They thought that this one, the person will born in a royal family. But Jesus Christ was born in a poor family.
In a shepherd.
Okay. So they are still waiting for Messiah. Now, this Jesus Christ was betrayed by one of his own disciples and he was crucified. That time, Jews only told, let him be crucified. Understood? So, again and again, Pilate was telling that I am not finding any fault in him. Then the Jews, with shouting, told that let this fate come on us and our children. After this incident, these Jews were scattered all over the world and suffered humiliation. It came like a curse. Understood? See, Christians, Jews, and the Muslims have the Holy Land at Jerusalem.
Yeah.
All three groups are claiming. And what happened to these Jews? They were scattered all over the world, homeless. And they came in India also. They were there large numbers. Then they have gone back. Majority have gone back. And these people who were in Germany had to suffer all the types of tortures in the hands of Hitler. So it is because of that curse only. Did you get it?
Yeah.
That is because of that the hatreds between that Christianity and the Jews. Okay, is it clear? So who is at the bottom? Jews.
Yeah.
Now they came to be regarded as anti-race and the arch enemies of Aryans. All other colored people were placed in between depending upon the external features. Means by look, they were placed in between. So top Germans, pure Aryan, bottom Jews, in between others were arranged. Hitler's racism borrowed from the thinkers of Charles Darwin and Herbert Spencer.
Charles Darwin is my arch nemesis. I hate this person.
See, what is Charles Darwin's theory?
He studied this last student.
Do you have any idea?
Doesn't he have the theory of what do you call it?
Theory of evolution.
Yes.
Theory
Charles
of
Darwin's theory of evolution.
evolution means from a small creature
They turn into
that biggest creature. Now, I am also against that one. If from ant, what happened? Attendance अभी
last lecture में sign कर दिया.
If an ant grow, can it become an elephant?
No, it can't.
Then if it is the evolution from that small creature,
How are humans now?
ah,
He was an incredibly dumb researcher, trust me.
so then they are not changing, no? Any changes happening? Then we believe that the evolution of human beings, that is from apes to human beings.
Yeah.
Some kind of arguments, even in historical thinkers also give that. Some kind of acceptability is also there. Okay, from the 4 it become 2. That 4 legs become hands. Okay, some sensibility is there. But this theory of evolution is not having that kind of
Yeah,
sensibility.
ant ke do are now turned into full-grown human hands. Doesn't make sense.
Got it? Are you getting? So then this Hitler believed, or Hitler was a worshipper of that Charles Darwin and Herbert Spencer. Darwin was a natural scientist who tried to explain the creation of plants and animals through the concept of evolution and natural selection. What is that natural selection? There is a kind of this thing, those which can survive all the type of
Survival of the fittest.
fittest. Those who can survive from all the destruction and all only will be alive or only should
Be alive. That is what Hitler believed in, and made all the disabled people
Yes.
go to concentration.
Understood or not? भी तुमको वो जो सरवाइव करने का लायक नहीं है तुम तो मर जाओ बस. This is what. But I cannot accept that from the plants to human beings or from the plants to animal, this type of change is not possible.
It does not make sense in any universe.
And from the minute organism in the water, that is the life emerges in water, and from there that evolution have taken so many contradictory theories were propagated by these scientists. Okay, let's come back to our topic. This much is clear as a worldview. Then, Herbert Spencer later added the idea of survival of the fittest. According to this idea, only those species survived on Earth that could adapt themselves to changing climatic conditions.
Entirely false.
We should bear in mind that Darwin never advocated human intervention in what he thought was a purely natural process of selection.
That
Here-
was dumb. Let's bring that down.
See, Hitler took that particular thing to eliminate all unwanted things. But Darwin never told that this way we should eliminate all the creatures. But Hitler took that particular part and then started eliminating all unwanted people. Clear? Then next, however, his ideas were used by racist thinkers and politicians to justify imperial rule over the conquered people. We know that every area that rulers used to kill and eliminate the people. So that is why the rulers have taken. So Hitler also took the same thing. That is what he wanted to tell to the world.
These people are the death of me thinking about their mindset drives me crazy.
Now, Nazi argument was simple. Okay. The strongest race would survive and the weak ones would perish. See,
Oh, yeah?
if we are on the world, we have all the reason to survive. Understood? Anywhere it is written that you should kill. Now also, many people are trying if that brain dead people are there.
Yeah.
So sometimes they are requesting to the court
Do not listen.
to allow them to be. Because why this one brain dead only with that much machineries and all? Why they should be kept? If the other organs are able to be used for somebody else, let them be removed. So allow us. So that way also process is there. But blindly, by thinking that they are the strongest race, the other all are the weaker race to be eliminated. Nazi worldview is clear to you. Now the concept of Levenstrom. What is that? The idea is that living space. If all Germans are there, that land is not sufficient for them. So there is a need to expand the land for living. That is what a living
So
space.
Germans are gonna live in 10 kilometer big castles.
So that is why they need to be extended to. So that is what the reason he gave for the conquest. Understood? They are the stronger race, they are the powerful race, and they should need living space. Levenstrom. So that word you have to remember. Huh?
Levenstrom.
Spelling?
Lebenstraum.
This word, remember.
Yes.
Now, he believed that new territories had to be acquired for settlement. This would enhance the area of mother country while enabling the settlers on new lands to retain the intimate link with the people of their origin. Means when they are expanding towards other land, there should be a connection with their homeland. Did you get it? They are the Germans. They live in Poland. But there should be a connection with the homeland because if it is their land, then only they can have the connection.
So just
We
hold everything off.
are Indians. Whether we live in Kerala or we live in Mumbai or we live in Delhi or any other part, we are Indian. So that is why we are able to live. Hitler was also telling, if you are living in Poland, you are a German, means that land should be under the control of Germany. Did you get?
Yeah.
It would also enhance the material resources. If more prices are conquered, they will get more resources. And power of German nation. Hitler intended to extend German boundaries by moving eastward to concentrate all Germans geographically in one place. Poland became the laboratory for this experimentation. Okay. Now, how he established a racial state. It is very, very crucial part. We were learning about the Second World War. We learned about many other things. Ideology, Nazi ideology we have studied. Now, how he established the racial state. The first way is that he began to separate the undesirable people.
I love how he refers to people as undesirable.
Undesirable means some people are undesirable, means we don't want you. Okay, so what was that? Nazis wanted only a society of pure and healthy Nordic Aryans. Underline these points because how this state was formed. What did he want? Pure and healthy Nordic Aryans. So they alone were considered desirable people. So who were considered desirable people?
Pure and healthy,
Nordic. Then all others were considered undesirable. Then even those Germans who were seen as impure or abnormal had no right to exist.
Didn't they also take over twins who were born? They put them to concentration camps because they deemed them as abnormal.
Abnormal. Because
That is so insane.
Because they want that extremely perfect, stronger person to
How much is
fulfill
that
the
going to
dream
be?
of
10,000 people?
No, they were having laboratories to test or detect that long back. Now only so many devices are there to detect. That time they have developed such a detection centers to identify their so much. Under the euthanasia program, this word you have to remember. Helmut's father, along with other Nazi officials, had condemned to death many Germans who were considered mentally and physically unfit.
So
What is that euthanasia program? To remove or to eliminate undesirable. That's only you have to decide. Euthanasia program was to eliminate the undesirable. Got it?
I write this down.
Then, Jews were not the only community classified as undesirable. There were others. Many gypsies and blacks living in Nazi Germany were considered as racial inferiors who threatened the biological purity of the superior Aryan race.
Mama gives the washroom.
They were widely persecuted. So what they have done? Persecuted those undesirables. Now, even Russians and Poles were considered subhuman. So we have seen Jews, then gypsies, then Russians and Polish people. Okay, they were considered as subhuman. They are not the human, lower than that. Then, and hence undeserving of any humanity. When Germany occupied Poland and parts of Russia, captured civilians were forced to work as slave labor. Many of them died simply through hard work and starvation. So, we have heard about concentration camps and many other ways of killing. But this also another way, that is put to starvation and hard work. So that made them to die. Because we know that extreme cold and all, they were not having proper dress also to safeguard themselves. Food was not given, so it was a way of killing them. Now, when Germany occupied Poland and Jews remained the worst sufferers in Nazi Germany. Nazi hatred of Jews and had a precursor in the traditional Christian hostility towards Jews. I have told the story about that. What is precursor? You know that in your computer, cursor is there. So that one, before that itself, there is a reason. That is what a precursor. They had been stereotyped as killers of Christ and usurers. What is usurers? See, usurers are the people who lent money for interest, high interest. Money, that means loan deta hai na? It is usurers at that time was like that.
They were called
Usurers. Means it is not that way money lenders. According to Bible, it is given that you not to lend money for interest. Got it? So these people used to give money and charge high interest.
not the neck.
Usurers, you understood? So two reasons are there. One is that they were considered the killers of Christ. Second is they are the usurers. Got it? Are you getting this now? And in medieval times, have you started learning with that? What I gave? And in medieval times, Jews were barred from owning land. They survived mainly through trade and money lending. They lived in separately marked areas called ghettos. What is ghetto? See, ES is there? Yes. So, ghetto is a place that when you go to interior of that, have you gone to Crawford Market or like that? So that very much a crowded place is there, but they are marked separately. That is their house also marked. Nobody should contact with that. Such marked places, separated places are called ghetto. They were often persecuted through periodic organized violence and expulsion from the land. This point also. So what were these? They were made to live in ghettos. They were persecuted through periodic organized violence and expulsion from the land. However, Hitler's hatred of Jews was based on pseudo-scientific theories of race, which held that a conversion was no solution to the Jewish problem. See, what happened? Hitler, there are people who are converting from their religion to or Judaism to Christianity. So over, they are now Christians. So there is no Judaism in them, or they are not Jews; they are now Christians. But what he believed that if a person changing that religion or converting the religion, then also his Jewish nature will not change. That is why then he targeted them. Then it could be solved only through the total elimination. Means they should be completely removed from the face of earth. From 1933 to 38, Nazis terrorized, pauperized, and segregated the Jews. What is the meaning of pauperized? Made them poor. So they were having money, but from that hero to zero, we are telling. Means create fear in their minds, threatened them, and secluded them. They were not having contacts with the other people, so they become pauperized, and then their life is segregated from the other people, compelling them to leave the country. His aim was to force them to leave the country. But the same thing will happen in other countries also, because that curse was remaining. Okay. The next phase. So first was from 1933 to 38. So what they did? Terrorize, pauperize, and segregate. Okay. Now 39 to 45. Aimed at concentrating them in certain areas and eventually killing them in gas chambers in Poland. So two phases were there. 1932 to 38, then 39 to 45. So complete elimination, that is aimed, that is what a word what is that framed, that is Holocaust. Those people who lived in that concentration camps, the life of that was termed in the modern day world as Holocaust. Okay. So this one, racial state, how he created, understood?
Yeah.
You have
read about it.
Okay. So first stage 33 to 38, what was done? Then 39 to 45. Okay. Then ghetto life. These all things you have to. Now, racial utopia. See, the word utopia is used for that imagination. It is not a real thing. Understood? We can imagine about that flying in the air.
Utopia is basically an imaginarily perfect land.
That is what we can make that imagination, but here that may not be real. But some of the things when they are thinking in a longer period. That means today they are imagining about such a land where the people are free and all. So it can be attained, achieved. Because I'll tell you about your 10th standard first lesson. Social and democratic countries, that a series of paintings were made by Sorio. It was made in 1848. That time, many countries like Germany, Switzerland, and all were not free. So, but he imagined about that. So, after some time, we can see in reality these countries become free. So, like that, imaginations some people used to make. But here, Hitler's utopia was completely different.
It was the land of
What he, that is, Nazis proceeded to realize the murderous racial ideal.
I like how you frame it so aggressively. Murderous.
So, means murder is not because see sometimes when I am telling murderous rape, what is that? There is no curiosity come. So when I am telling like that, some murder is going to happen like that. The feeling is coming. So I used to use something like that. Uh, I feel that will create that one
Suspense.
So what was the state he wanted to create? Utopian state was murderous racial.
Idea.
Are you getting? You just respond.
Yes.
Genocide and war. What was the features of this country? Genocide and war.
I
What
like
is
how this is describing a utopia. Genocide.
genocide? I'm also not able to see how you want to say that genocide means large scale elimination of people.
Yeah.
That is what a genocide. Killing 10 people or 100 people is not genocide.
Genocide was the whole
This means the whole race is to be eliminated. That kind of ideology is called a genocide. The other one is war. We have already seen the Second World War. Okay. Then, what is that? Genocide and war became two sides of the same coin. Occupied Poland was divided up. Much of northwestern Poland was annexed to Germany. Northwestern Poland was annexed to Germany. Then Poles were forced to leave their homes and properties behind to be occupied by ethnic Germans brought in from occupied Europe. So, उसके लिए जगह छोड़ के जाना पड़ा. Now, when India and Pakistan was created, Pakistani Hindus from Pakistan were forced to come to India. Large number, millions of people had to move. And where they will live? What happened in Delhi? Big Havelis were there.
Yeah. Mughal
Ah.
era Havelis.
Big Havelis were there. They occupied it and started living there. So this is what, whenever this forceful occupation, I used to think about the modern day also, this type of forceful occupation is there. Then what
So
happened?
somebody is living in someone else's generational home now.
Yes.
How is that fair? Like, and now they have to find new places to live.
See, actually, Havelis were large houses.
Yeah.
Very large houses. And now these people could not be accommodated. So they have been given a space.
Okay, so
There.
small one.
But it was not for one family. Some 3 families, 4 families, or 5 families were living in that. Because that many people came, no?
Yeah.
There was one serial in 1980s. That is, what is that main television channel? Okay.
What?
Bunyad. I have been seeing that, watching that one. So in that, this kind of movement that is coming from Pakistan to India, occupying that time I was not having that much Indian knowledge and all. India was not, but I could understand this one. This way they were occupying, and nobody could tell because they are the part and parcel of this land, no, Hindu people. So they occupied it. Afterwards, what happened to that houses, we don't know.
So did the houses get demolished and new land was like new things were made over there?
See, New Delhi when it was made,
Yeah. It was entirely like
entirely different one. That is, I think present New Delhi is the third Delhi.
one was pre-Mughal, one was during Mughal, and now it is post-British.
Post-British. But during that time also, the type of houses which they were building, that to suit to that city life. Earlier it was not like that. Large number of, that is bigger families were there. They want so much spaces to live. So that now transformed into smaller. We are living in a flat life. Understood?
Yeah, because we are usually nuclear families who don't require much space.
That is also there.
Yeah.
Where is the space available in cities?
The population.
So because of that, modern day Delhi have made lot of changes. So that modern day, that kind of Havelis are not visible. Inside, if it is there, then okay. Now, what happened? The Poles were then herded like a cattle in the other part called general government. Underline that word. So, these Polish people were herded like a cattle. Yeah? So, so when this word come, I used to remember that one incident. See, earlier when I was working, after coming to Mumbai, it was not a very adjustable place for me. Now going from Mumbai is not imaginable for me.
Same with me and my family. We did not want to be here when we came, but now it is impossible to live somewhere else.
So that time, after school, we have to go to the railway station. So I used to have company of my children. So many children we used to. So now when we were going, so in front of us, so much cattle used to go. Cattle means they were unruly type because nobody was there to control them.
Yeah.
So it was going like that. So on the way there is superintendent of police office is there. So we used to give lot of comments. You see that one they are going to complain to that commissioner. So like that. So I used to, and so much raw type of this bulls were there. They used to attack also. So that was the condition long back. I'm talking. But now the condition, no cities, we cannot find that much cattle also.
We cannot find them at all.
So those times were completely different. I used to remember one of my student boy, they were playing on the ground, playing football, I think so. So when from behind, a bull came and with its horn.
That is so
Both the legs that had, I think so, 2-3 operations and so much stitches. Means he could not find from behind it was coming. So like that incidents were long back that was the condition. Now it's not there. Okay. So whenever I am hearing or reading this part, I used to think that way only people were like a cat. And where they were taken? General government. The destination of all undesirables. So what is general government?
The destination
I'm gone. This four sentence also will complete. Members of the Polish intelligentsia were murdered in large numbers in order to keep the entire people intellectually and spiritually survived. Means the intellectual people were removed.
Yeah.
Because if they were alive, they will train them. Okay. Polish children, this is another thing. Children who look like Aryans, were forcibly snatched from their mothers and examined by race experts.
Race expert. How is that a profession?
If they passed the race test, they were raised in German families, and if not, they were deposited in the orphanages where most perished. With some of the largest ghettos and gas chambers, the general government also served as the killing fields for the Jews. Okay?
We don't have a lot left.
One class it will get. But I think so many classes over, no? How many classes over? 3 or
This is the third class for this chapter.
only third?
Yeah.